Hi, I'm Jenna with Heal Your Own Sleep, and these are things to keep out of the bedroom for better sleep. The first thing is food and drink. Although it can be tempting to eat in bed or carry a drink into your room with you, it's really a good idea to keep those things out of the bedroom. There are certain foods in general that you should avoid if you're trying to sleep and overcome insomnia, but that's another discussion. The point is that bringing these things with you into the bedroom is not a good idea. Now, I do recommend taking a few sips of water before you go to bed, maybe to kind of hydrate yourself, and it can maybe give you that full feeling where your brain thinks you're full, and it helps you sleep. Not everybody will give you that advice. That's just my own personal, tip that's helped me before. But in general, keep food and drink out of your bedroom. The next one is stress and arguments. Obviously, it's a good idea to work out any kind of unresolved business that you have with your bed partner, your spouse or significant other. And it's also a good idea to avoid taking stress with you to the bedroom in general, whether that be from work or just anything else that happened to you during the day. And that also involves avoiding taking stress with you about things that are going to happen. And this can be one of the times when it's the hardest to sleep, is if you have something coming up the next day that you're worried about or even excited about. I mean, good stress can keep you awake as well. If you're excited about a job interview, let's say, or something like that. But it's really a good idea. It's really important to resolve the stressor if possible, to try to, do activities to help you de-stress, which you can find at healyourown.sleep.com. TV set. It's a good idea not to have TVs in your room. This may seem like a no-brainer, but actually a lot of people, once they start developing chronic insomnia, they just think, oh, well, I can't sleep when I'm laying in bed, but when I'm in front of the TV, I fall asleep, so I'll just bring my TV in the bedroom, which is what I did when I was at the height of my chronic insomnia. But in general, it's not a good idea. It'll actually throw your sleep cycle more out of whack and impair your sleep in the long run more than it will help it. And the same goes for other electronics. And this is really hard to do because it's a fast-paced world. We have our TV sets, video games, cell phones, computers, that kind of thing, or devices that we go on. And it can be very challenging to shut down at the end of the day and just resolve that you're not going to keep your phone on you and get up in the middle of the night and play on it. But it's really important, if you want to restore quality sleep, to keep things like, game consoles and cell phones and computers and things like that out of your bedroom. Turning your room into an office or living room. This is another no-no. Something you have to keep out of your room is anything that would be conducive to not sleeping. A lot of people just hang out in their room or do work in their room. If you don't have a home office, you might be tempted to do your work in your room. And I'm not just talking about bedtime, I'm talking about any time. And in general, it's best to just reserve your room for sleep or sex and use other parts of the house for things like your home office or your living area, your entertainment area. Because what you want to do is you want to program your brain to think of the bedroom as, okay, it's sleep time, That's the only thing that I'm going to use this room for. And so when you go to your room, you don't get stimulated looking in the corner at a pile of work that you have to do or something like that. You just learn to link your room with sleeping, and that's it. And of course, the last thing you don't want to take with you in your room is non-productive thoughts about sleep. And these would be the thoughts that I'm not going to sleep tonight. Oh, what if I don't sleep? it's been a week, I've been sleeping lousy, what if it happens again, that kind of thing. And it's amazing how it can kind of build on itself. And once you start thinking this way, it starts becoming a pattern, and that's how the chronic insomnia starts happening. A night here or there of bad sleep for different reasons, for legitimate reasons, like not de-stressing or having something exciting happen the next day that you're looking forward to or something like that. And those days build on themselves, and then the next thing you know, you're stuck with chronic insomnia. And then it becomes a cycle because you're kind of repeating these thoughts to yourself in your brain. So it's really important to let go of these non-productive thoughts about sleep and learn thoughts that are instead going to get you back on the path to good sleep. And to learn these sleep strategies and more, you can visit www.healyourownsleep.com/now.